Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. Good morning to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good evening to my subscribers in America and beyond. And I always like to give a special welcome to my new viewers and subscribers. I got so many here lately, man. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I don't know how you found me, but however you did, thank you so much for stopping by here. It doesn't matter if I've got 30 subscribers or 3,000 like I've got now. I'm never going to change. I'm still going to give you the nitty gritty because it's needed. You know, somebody has to help the new man and woman who's decided to make their trip over here. I'm not an expert, okay? That's what I want to tell you. My 11 years of being affiliated with the Philippines doesn't make me a know-it-all. And if I ever come up like that, I apologize. I'm just trying to be helpful. But it does give me a unique perspective. And I like to share that with the new man and woman, or anybody really, if it can make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things safer. I'm boots on the ground. I'm in the center of all this. It's for your benefit. I live among the locals, and I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty. That's just everything that I'm seeing, living, and experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to start today. Your kindness, your generosity, your support, it hasn't went unnoticed, guys. I'm very, very grateful, and I really appreciate it. Hope I can continue to earn your love and your respect. But I want to talk about something that's very important today, and that's the exploration trip that we should all make before we decide to move to the Philippines. You know, it's not easy moving to another country, and especially a country that's on the other side of the planet. Really, we're literally halfway around the earth when you come here from America. And what I found out is, in my 11 years of being here on and off, is Philippines isn't for everybody. I've seen it break down the toughest guys, you know, because there's so much here that you got to get used to, and it can be overwhelming. You know, everything, you know, the least among the things is the heat. You know, see, you'll get used to that because I love the heat. I love the 365 days of sunshine, but there's some things some people never get used to. The mosquitoes, the spiders, man. They got spiders over here that they're not going to bother you, man. You know, a lot of them, but they're going to scare the hell out of you. You're going to be in the bathroom, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, man, and here comes this thing. It's not quite as big as a tarantula, but if you're coming from America, man, it might as well be a tarantula. It's going to scare the daylights out of you, and it's just something, you know, you got to say to yourself, man, am I ready for this, really? You know, there's going to be ants on your countertop no matter what you try to do to get rid of them. You know, it's just things that you're going to have to get used to. And I would not suggest making your exploration trip on your initial visit here. It's too much going on, ladies and gentlemen. Your head's going to be spinning. This is a magical place, really. Especially on that first trip, there's so much to see, so much to do. Everything's going to be moving so fast. You're not going to be able to focus like you should be focused on the exploration trip. I like to tell everybody this, you know, living here and vacationing here, it's like night and day. It's two different things. I can tolerate anything for 2 weeks. You give me enough money. You give me the right beach, the right Airbnb, and make sure I got enough to eat, you know, and a nice, beautiful woman with me. I can tolerate that for 2 weeks, man. But for 2 years, which most Americans can't stay here nowhere near 2 years, okay? Or the rest of your life, see, that's another story. And that's why, you know, I wanted to talk to you about this today because it's very, very important. There is a honeymoon period that you're going to encounter over here. And depending on who you are, it usually lasts for 3 months, 6 months, a year, sometimes a little longer, you know, depending on your circumstances, depending on your partner and your makeup, you know, your upbringing, you know. But once that ends, you're going to hit a wall. You know, you're going to find yourself bored, you know, with nothing to do. You want to make sure that you're in the right location, because there are some horror stories with this karaoke. I met a gentleman back in 2010, him and his wife, they had moved back here from America, and they built a beautiful house, one of the most beautiful houses I've ever been into in the Philippines. from a foreigner. And it was in Danbantayan, Cebu, near Malapascua. I mean, it's in a beautiful place. He built it on the family compound, man. This guy was unhappy, man. And we stood up on the top of his deck, because he had a deck built on top of his house. I mean, this guy planned his life well. He was like 80 at the time, though, and his wife was like 45, because when they met, he was, he was 57 or 55, and she was 18. But anyway, I mean, he was unhappy. I mean, he had plenty of money and everything like that, but he was unhappy because, see, he moved in her compound, in her community she grew up in, but he didn't vet it. He didn't realize that all around him was karaoke revelers, man, and they sung karaoke all through the night, and it drove him mad. And what he ended up doing, and I hope he's still alive, because like I said, he was 80 then. He went out and bought the biggest karaoke machine with the biggest speakers that he could find, man. And whenever they would start singing karaoke, man, he'd blast that thing as loud as it would go. But you don't want to live like that. You don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face. But that's what's so important about an exploration trip. See, because you're ready to drop the anchor. You're ready to settle down and batten the hatches, so the exploration trip is going to be more focused than a vacation. It's going to be more specific than a regular vacation. You're going to scout the area. You're going to start trying to experience the culture and eat a lot of the foods. You're going to start going to the market. You're going to just sit there in this Airbnb or hotel, wherever in this area, or you may want to go ahead and get your apartment. And you're not going to be able to move back and forth and like you do on vacation, because the sooner you batten down the hatches and settle down, the better. Because if you get over here and you haven't changed that thinking from a traveler to an expat, man, you're going to overspend. I did it. I'm telling you from my experience. You're going to do it. And because, like I said, it took my third trip before I finally rented me an apartment. It was actually a condominium in Cebu. You're going to overspend, and you're going to need that money somewhere down the line. So the more time you take, the better. And then, hey, if you can't live here full time, who says you can't live here part time? I know plenty of guys who do it from September to December. One of my best friends that I've ever met in the Philippines, him and his wife have a house in Davao, and then they've got a beautiful place in Colorado on about 35 acres. His name is Kurt. I won't say his last name. But they come here, when they do come, from October to April. See, a lot of people use the Philippines for the same reason that they used to use Florida. In the winter, when the harsh winters in Canada or the United States, they'll just come here, but what you want to do is you want to make that exploration trip, guys. Don't just, it's scaring me, because I'm reading my comments, and some of you guys, you're just ready to pounce over here, man, and I'm saying, hey, slow down, make a couple of trips over here first. Make sure this is your cup of tea, man, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of guys, a lot of us, we move over here at the wrong time. Well, what do you mean, Calvin? We move over here at the wrong time. A lot of us aren't ready to give up everything back home. Our friends, our family, our contacts, going to the casino, going fishing, and all of that stuff that we can do at home that you might not be able to do here, see? So we move here at the wrong time. And the honeymoon period is going to end, guys. It's real. Because when you get over here, your hair is going to be on fire. You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you can deal with anything. Hell, the karaoke people ain't going to bother you. The heat's not going to bother you. The spiders, you'll be like, you may try to put a chain around the neck and make it a pet. You're going to be able to tolerate that stuff because you're going to be on the honeymoon period. Nothing's going to bother you. But one day you're going to wake up and the honeymoon period is going to be over, man. And just the slightest little thing is going to drive you up the wall, man. So take your time. Come over here. Exploration trip. That means to explore, guys. That's exactly what it means. You know, don't make any rash decisions like me. See, because you can get so far out here, man, that there's no turning back. See, but the good thing about it is this. If you have to go home, lick your chops, strengthen your plan, and come back, it's okay because you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with, hey, my plan didn't go right this time. You know, I'm going to go home, lick my wounds, you know, reevaluate my life, strengthen my plan and come back. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I'd rather do that than sit over and be miserable, make your partner miserable, make everybody around you miserable, because misery loves company. All right? So I wanted to run that by you today. I got some more videos coming, man, that's really going to help you. But this flashed across my mind today. You know, I'm getting ready to do my workout, and I said, let me go ahead and get this off my chest while I can before I forget it. Guys, come over here. Explore this place. Not on your initial visit. Maybe your second and third visit when you've gotten a lot of the Philippines out of your system, because, man, this is a place of excitement. It's a beehive of activity. You get over here and you see the beautiful women, beautiful beaches, the people are so nice, you're not going to be able to focus, man. You're not going to be able to do what you need to do on a real exploration trip. It's a difference between living here and vacationing here. I can tolerate anything for 2 weeks, but 2 years, see, Americans can't, the average American can't live here anywhere near 2 years. I've seen it with my own eyes, I'm telling you. Because they don't understand what's waiting for them over here. You know, they think they're ready. But a lot of times it's the wrong time. Honeymoon period ends, they hit the wall, and they're miserable. But guess what? It's okay to go on back home, reevaluate, strengthen your plan, and come back. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, I tell you, your kindness, your generosity, your support, I mean, it's been off the charts. I can never pay you back. I just hope that I can continue to earn your support and your respect. If you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please help somebody. If you're on one of those late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, and you see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a couple of dollars. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pandemic. People are struggling, and they need help. If you're over in the Philippines, it's about 8 a.m. in the morning. We have the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. Because if you think the pandemic has kicked your behind over there, imagine what it's done over here in the Philippines. It's wreaked havoc. Businesses closing. Foreigners leaving in droves. People losing their jobs. Children are starving over here, man. That's why it's important we help each other, man. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID-free, and I'll see you next time.